to a different part of zone 3.
Let's go,
So
man. We got much
when you
different things we
said
can
that
talk
30
about
deep
this.
is a place, a neighborhood, and it's not something you ever refer to as that place, where are you getting from that it's a neighborhood or a place?
Because that's where
Oh, we watching, but we can't be the ones in here talking, so it's not even fucking.
They. Who is the they?
It's over
the
for you,
30
bro.
deep that you
It's over.
the 30 deep.
So 30 deep is a group of people.
Yeah.
It's a gang?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. You know this guy. I was paying attention to some things were saying about this guy last night. You guys have to understand how close this guy is from getting his plea bargain thrown right out the fucking door. You do realize the one that gave him the plea bargain is the one that's asking the questions. She could throw that plea bargain right out the door and say, all right, got to do the 8. Come on, get your ass back in jail. You didn't give me what I wanted. Yeah, he's very close because he's look at him, bro. He's coming here with a damn beat up fucking. He's come in. Yeah, he's one of the founders of it, and he don't know nothing. It's great. I mean, he's doing a good job for Thug. But he signed the thing saying that, yeah, he was a member of it, blah, 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 blah. But now he's coming back with some other shit.
Was Beyond Darlington 30?
That was his Instagram handle. Yes.
How often would you say that you associated with Demekion Darlington?
Rarely.
How often?
Rarely, I'm sorry. Rarely.
How often did you associate with Jeffrey Williams?
Often. A lot.
Did you also associate with Walter Murphy?
Often.
How often did you associate with Shannon Stillwell?
Often.
Now, when you were speaking about on the way to the compound, you talked.
This dude ain't got no sleep.
YSL numbers. What did you all talk about it?
I never said we had a car conversation.
What did you talk about on the way to the compound?
That we was going to continue club hopping until all the clubs gone. Till all the clubs closed. It's my birthday. We celebrate.
What time did you all set out to celebrate?
There wasn't no initial celebration time. The whole day was a celebration.
Were you all at clubs the whole day?
Yes.
Yeah, she's got a new tactic today. She's going hard on today. Yeah, she goes hard on today, bro.
I think Magic City.
And did you go directly to the compound from Magic City?
We went to a lot of different clubs. That was like 10 years ago. I can't recall the exact movements, but I know we went to a lot of different clubs.
Did you go to the studio? Any studio before the compound?
No.
Did you go to the studio after the compound?
I don't recall. I don't know. I think I was trying to get home to my girl after the club. I don't recall.
Did you talk with anyone in particular on the way to the compound?
I don't recall.
While you were in the car with Dee and Shannon, and incidentally, you said Shannon Jackson. Is Shannon Jackson in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Would you please tell the jury where he is?
In the far back with brown and the glasses on.
Is he seated next to a gentleman with white hair and a gentleman with no hair?
Yes.
Your Honor, if the record would reflect that the witness has identified Shannon Stillwell.
Good job.
Thank you. Okay. So how long were you in the
You
car?
said with white hair?
Shannon,
No hair.
on the way to the compound?
That dude's a murderer, bro. He's a fucking murderer. I don't care what anybody says. This dude right here is a fucking murderer. Straight up.
However long it took to get from one club to the next one.
So could you give the jury an estimate?
Roughly 20, 30 minutes, I don't know.
Whose car were you all in?
It was a rental car, like a rental car.
A rental car?
Yeah,
Who was driving?
That's what they do at rent,
Who
bro.
rented it?
I did.
Where'd you rent it from?
Not from an initial rental company. It was from like an owner of the vehicle.
Okay. And what kind of car was it?
It was a Mercedes Benz.
During the 20 or 30 minutes that you were in the car with Shannon and Dee on the way to the compound, what did you all talk about?
Objection, Your Honor. That's it. I'll overrule the objection.
You may.
I don't recall too much talking. I ain't gonna lie, I was smoking weed and drinking liquor. It was my birthday, I was celebrating.
Was everybody in the car smoking weed and drinking liquor?
I was,
And you were the driver?
yes.
So how did smoking weed and drinking liquor, how does that affect your ability to remember today what happened that night?
How did smoking weed and drinking liquor affect?
But the better question is, you said you were smoking weed and drinking liquor. Does that have any kind of significance in your testimony today while I'm asking you a question?
So, from my understanding, your initial question was, did you guys have conversations or were you talking to each other?
He's good. He's been trained, man. He did look
response
creepy.
was that basically I was vibing, listening to music, smoking weed, and drinking liquor. So
He's good. He went back to the main question. He's good, man. He's good. He's been trained.
exact conversations,
Not exact. Do you recall any parts of what you all were talking about?
I don't recall.
So did the smoking weed and drinking liquor, is that what impaired your ability to recall today?
Objection, Your Honor. This is 8 years ago.
Your Honor, I object.
Member opposing, no speaking, okay. What's the basis for relevance? What is it? Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna stand the objection.
Your Honor, with the court's indulgence, I have a follow-up question that relates to that prior question that I was.
Let's get to it.
So if the smoking weed and drinking liquor kept you from remembering today certain things, how is it that you were able to recall the length of time that you were inside the compound yesterday?
I never said that smoking weed or drinking liquor had me forget what I was saying. I said I recall smoking weed, drinking liquor, and vibing out to the music.
She's trying to jam him up, bro.
So now my question is,
Oh, yeah. Just. That's a damn good point, young man. Yeah. Yeah. I thought they wanted BB in on this case in Atlanta. Yeah. Where's your private jet at? Huh.
did smoking weed and drinking liquor affect your ability to remember?
Welcome to the new trial, man. I'm just kidding.
The length of years ago that this particular thing we're talking about is the reason.
I'm asking.
That's good.
No.
That is good, dude. He just said the length of time is why I can't remember.
So how is it that you remember?
Yeah, he was moving to Atlanta. Where is the move and where is your hookups?
Very familiar with the Atlanta area. I grew up here, I'm born here, and I know how much time it takes to get from one place to another.
Ooh.
Yesterday, I talked about how long you said you were inside the compound. Do you remember how long you told the jury you were inside the compound?
Yes.
And how long was that?
When I say about 30 to a half hour, yeah.
So how do you remember that you were inside the compound for about 30 minutes?
No, I'm gonna overrule. That was Mr. Steele. I'm overruling the objection, sir.
I remember that by being upset about the amount of money
Yeah.
that I paid to get in and the length of time that I spent being in the party.
And you said you spent $500 to get in?
Yeah.
Sustained.
Do you remember how much money you told the jury that you spent getting it yesterday?
Yes.
I sustain the objection.
So was that all of your birthday money?
Overruled.
I don't remember how much money I had on me.
Was that also because of the time it spent?
Yes.
Do you consider $500 a lot of money or not a lot?
Overruled.
$500 is a lump sum of money.
That's a lot.
You can pay a bill with $500.
I agree, but you consider it a lot of money.
Anything you can pay a bill with, that's a lot of money.
Okay. So did you plan to spend that lot of money that night on the compound?
Overruled. Remember what I told you, one at a time.
I didn't make any plans. I just planned on enjoying myself for the night.
Damn.
Did you
Dude,
know prior to going the cost of getting into the compound?
No.
Did you know prior to going how long the artist Lil Wayne was going to be at the compound?
Jack's so stupid he can still drink
And
smart
when you
water.
got to the compound, you asked whether or not Lil Wayne was still performing inside the compound. I'm sorry, did you say that? I can't hear you.
Overruled, sir.
Did I ask anyone? No.
Did you try to find out in any way whether he was still performing?
No.
So when you get up to the compound and you're in the car with Shannon and Dee, what do Shannon and Dee do when you go up to the door, the entryway to the compound?
I don't know.
I'll stand the objection.
I don't recall.
Hold on.
Oh, my bad.
Hold on. Let her pose another question to you, okay? All right.
Does Shannon and Dee go to the door of the compound with you?
I don't recall.
Is your inability to recall for any reason in particular?
The length of time it was ago, it was a long time ago. I don't remember everything step by step that happened that night, so no.
Do you remember how you got home?
Yes,
How'd you get home?
I drove
What did you drive?
the Mercedes-Benz.
Was there anyone in the car with you?
I don't remember step by step.
How do you remember who you came with but don't remember who you left with?
That was a long time ago.
Did you communicate?
He didn't say I was
with
drunk.
members?
You see that? Did you see that? Oh, he is good, dude. He's definitely been trained or he's done this before. She was waiting for him to say, I was drunk. And he said, length of time. Oh, he's good, dude. I'm telling you what, this is a fucking L for the
While you were
prosecutors,
at
bro.
the compound,
This
not on the way,
is an
while you were at the
L.
compound.
I recall telling, I'm finna go in the club.
Did you communicate with any other YSL members any more than to say the words, I'm about to go into the club?
That's the only thing I recall.
Do you recall members of YSL saying anything to you without telling the jury what they said?
I don't recall.
Did you tell us yesterday whether Jimmy Winfrey was one of the YSL members that went with you to the compound as a group?
No,
And was Jimmy Winfrey one of the YSL members that went to the compound?
he was there, yes.
Do you remember what he was driving?
It was a long time ago.
Is that a yes or a no?
It was a long time, oh no,
I'm sorry?
no.
And Walter Murphy, the Walter Murphy that you spoke about associating with Austin, was Walter Murphy one of the YSL members at the compound?
See, here's the issue with this. The prosecutor kind of screwed themselves with, you know, having these dudes sign these plea bargains and you're going to take the stand. There's nothing in these plea bargains that says I have to tell you the truth when I get on the stand. And if we don't discuss anything before I get up here in private and I tell you stuff in private, like give my it's called a deposition. If I don't give the state my deposition, but I give it all to the fucking like it's gonna like it's ugly.
So it was a large group. I don't recall everyone who was with us from the length of time in Nicolay was.
Good job.
Understanding that you may not recall every single person. My only question right now is, do you recall whether Walter Murphy was one of the people, one of the YSL members at the compound?
No, I don't recall from the length of years ago it was.
Oh.
So, do you recall what time you left the compound?
I don't recall.
Do you recall exactly where you went after the compound?
I don't recall.
When you spoke yesterday about the thing that you were not involved with, and that you clarified as Lil Wayne bust you, where were you when that happened?
I don't know the exact time that it happened, so I don't know where I was.
What do you know about it?
Other than what I heard and seen, nothing.
What did you see?
Seen on the internet, the artist had his butt shot.
Did you join up with any other YSL members after you left the compound?
I don't recall.
Can you tell the jury how it is you recall that you all went to the compound as a group, but don't
He's
recall
good,
whether
man.
you all left together?
Overruled.
Can I tell the jury one more time?
Can you tell the jury how it is you remember you all went to the compound as a group, YSL, but you can't recall whether you left or who you left with?
No, I cannot explain that to the jury.
Can you tell the jury what you talked about, if anything at all, with YSL members after you left the compound?
No, I don't recall.
Did you call Jimmy Winfrey at the time, Jimmy?
No.
What'd you call him?
Roscoe?
Is Roscoe the same person known as Pee Wee Roscoe?
Yes.
Did you ever wear any articles of clothing that said Free Roscoe?
I don't recall.
Did you ever see YSL members wearing shirts that says Free Roscoe?
If I'm not mistaken,
That's a yes or a no, please, and then you can explain.
I was trying to answer the question. So I can't give you a yes or no because I think that I was in prison at the time.
At what time, sir?
I think I was in prison at that time that he was locked up, if I'm not mistaken, or in jail.
So he couldn't have
So
seen
do
him.
you know when it is that you went to prison?
Yes,
When?
in 2015.
What part of 2015?
I don't remember the exact dates.
So, understanding that you believe you were in prison at the time Jimmy Winfrey was locked up, my question to you is a slightly different one. Do you recall seeing YSL members wearing merch or shirts with Free Roscoe on?
I don't recall.
Are you aware of the existence of YSL merch that says Free Roscoe?
I don't recall. That was a long time ago, man.
Yeah, everything's a long time ago.
Or
Everything's gonna be a blur because it was so long ago that they're trying to come up with all this
locked up
shit.
for when that Free Roscoe merch came out?
That's not in evidence. I stand the objection. You can bring it
Are you aware of the Free Roscoe merch?
He just said no, bitch.
I mean,
I'm standing the objection.
When you spoke about Roscoe, when you said that you believe you were in prison at the time Roscoe was locked up, How do you know what time Roscoe was locked up?
I don't.
Then why do you believe you were in prison at the time Roscoe was locked up?
Because of the allegations happened in 2015, and that's when I went to prison in 2015.
I'm sorry, I don't know what allegations you're talking about, so could you please tell us?
So the initial incident
What initial incident?
that you were speaking about,
I'm just asking you about Roscoe, free Roscoe. So what are you talking about?
you asked
No word.
to your question,
Since I just asked you what you were talking about, how is no the answer to that?
to your initial question.
Which question is that you're considering my initial question?
You asked me, did I know when Roscoe was locked up?
So once again, what incident is it that you're talking about when you made reference to the initial incident just now?
The incident surrounding the tour bus shooting.
What?
The incident surrounding the tour bus shooting?
Are you talking about the Lil Wayne bus shooting?
Yes.
What does that have to do with?
Woo, what's good, unknown?
You asked me, did I know when I was locked up? Did I know when he was locked up? I think that was the question.
My only question is, what does the Lil Wayne bus shooting have to do with when Roscoe was locked up?
I don't know. I got from the question that you was initially talking about the incident, so I didn't understand.
So what I'm asking you is, why did you bring up the Lil Wayne bus shooting when I was asking you about Roscoe being locked up?
He's asking the questions. Remember, what's your base for the objection, Mr. Matthews? All right, I'll sustain that objection.
Was Roscoe locked up for shooting up the Lil Wayne bus?
Yes.
Okay. And Roscoe is a member of YSL, is that right?
Yes.
All right. And is that the same Roscoe that went to the compound with you all as a group, with YSL as a group?
What's good, G?
And was the whole gang of YSL as big a Lil Wayne fan as you talked about yesterday?
Sure. I sustain objection.
Yeah. Who all was it?
I sustain objection over it. All right, you need
I'm
to
asking a
rephrase
different
now.
question.
Okay.
Thank you. Would you tell the jury what members of YSL that went with you in this group to the compound were actual fans of Lil Wayne?
Okay, look. One at a time, please. Well, if you see somebody else to rise, you should rise when you make an objection anyway, so we can see you, because Ms. Weaver can't take down this, and she told you that yesterday. So if somebody else doesn't make an objection, and somebody else can rise and make a timely objection, but I have to acknowledge you for the purposes of taking this down. I can't take down 3 people at once, so I'm not going to do that. So, Mr. Matthews, since you made the objection, I've ruled upon it. Do you have a separate objection, sir? Mr. Short.
I didn't hear rule, but it was speculation. I didn't hear his
Listen up, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, you may rephrase me.
Do you remember talking about being a fan of Lil Wayne yesterday?
Yes.
And do you remember telling the jury why it is that YSL went to the compound?
Yes.
What today is your memory of what you told the jury about why YSL went to the compound?
Your Honor, I'm going to object.
Basis.
It's a big question. YSL is not a person.
Overruled, sir.
Your Honor, may I have a close objection?
Yes, you may.
403, Your Honor.
Overruled. Overruled, sir.
This is ugly, bro.
I never said anything about anyone being a fan. I said that was an inspiration to the start of their music career. I said he inspired the music career. And I said he was an idol.
Okay, before we get into everything you said, let me make sure I heard you right. Did you say you never said anyone was a fan?
I said that he inspired the music career.
Just now I'm talking.
Yes.
You just say that you never said anybody was a fan.
I don't recall saying that.
He's grilling his ass.
Communication of like, there was never, no one said, let's go here. That's what I want to do for my birthday, and that's what I did.
And did anyone, any YSL members have anything to say about your decision to go see Lil Wayne at the compound?
I didn't converse that with anyone. It was what I wanted to do, so I did what I wanted to do.
So how did you all manage to go as a group? If you didn't talk about it?
Maybe that was on some of their minds already to go to that club. I don't know.
I want to back up a little bit to something you said a moment ago.
It's ugly. I wish I had a blueberry muffin. Choosing his words wisely, he is.
Do you recall telling the jury how you all came up with the name Young Sly Mike?
Yes.
And today, what is your memory of how you all came up with Young Sly?
No objection, ask me.
I'm overruled the objection, sir.
Today, what is your memory?
Today was my memory.
Your Honor, I object to whisper.
Yeah, I hear that as well, so stop it. If you're talking loud, I can hear you as well. Please don't do that.
So today, what is your memory of how you all came up with the name Young Sly Mike?
A passion for music. Coming up with a name for the music group.
And why did you all, as 3 founding members, choose the word Sly?
Because I often listen to Wayne music. We often listen to Wayne music.
Tell the jury, and this was
He
this
blamed it on Wayne.
pre-2014
These dudes are so good, bro.
Was
that you all formed YSL?
Yesterday I answered that question with I don't recall the initial date, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm asking you today,
And I got the
do
same.
you remember the year?
I don't recall.
Do you remember telling the jury approximately when it was formed?
If I'm not mistaken, I said that I don't recall.
Do you remember me showing you State's Exhibit 10 Uniform Bravo? I can put it up on the screen. Can we get sharing capability, Mr. Khan? And that is 10 Uniform Bravo. Do you remember seeing that exhibit yesterday and talking about it with the jury?
Yes.
And
Excuse me.
do you remember referencing the date of October 12th, 2014 while you were talking about it?
Yes.
You caught in a whole
Do
lot.
you remember telling the jury that YSL was founded at least before that date?
I think I said I don't recall the initial date of it being started.
While I'm not asking you the exact date, are you able today to tell the jury whether YSL began?
Oh, yeah, they definitely
or
caught him up.
October the 12th, 2014.
No, I can't answer that. I don't.
Even while looking at an IG post,
So you asked me,
saying him and I, the founders of YSL, so brilliant, photo by Thugger Thugger One, posted on October 12th, 2014.
That
still don't
social
recall.
media will fucking get you, boy.
So even looking at that, you don't remember whether YSL was formed.
Hold on. What's the basis?
Objection, leading, Your Honor.
I sustain the objection.
Does looking at this refresh your memory, whether it was formed before that date or not?
no.
Are you able in any way to explain why you would be calling yourself Original Science Line _ Slug and be called a founder of YSL on a date October the 12th, 2014?
No, I can't explain it.
Oh man.
And are you now stating to the jury that you can't give them any time frame when YSL was formed?
Objection needed. Same objection.
Can you give the jury any time frame whatsoever?
No,
Would you explain how you're able to remember the inspiration for a name and not remember any time frame about when the inspiration came about?
Boy, he's
No,
doing
I
bad
can't
right
explain it.
now.
Are you willing to offer?
no,
Do you recall, as part of your agreement with the state?
Uh-oh.
And with these, since they're here, I'm gonna pull it out.
Part of your agreement with the state. Share the live, y'all. Share the live.
Uniform, thank you. Do you recall me showing you 16 uniform yesterday?
yes,
And do you recall, as part of 16 uniform in section number 3, would you please tell the jury what section number 3 is called?
special conditions of sentence.
And would you please read verbatim what section B, bravo, of number 3 says?
Defendant shall testify truthfully about all matters relating to this case upon which he is questioned at any trial or judicial proceeding stemming from the facts alleged in this indictment.
And you understand that that is what you have obligated yourself to
Objection
do?
on the meeting.
Do you
I sustain the objection to form.
understand that that is what you've obligated yourself to do?
Yes,
Today, as you remember it today, did anyone make you sign this?
no,
And yesterday you said something about being pressured. Who was it that, if anyone at all, did someone pressure you?
Jason. 403 RCC.
Overruled, sir. Overruled, sir.
my words, if I'm not mistaken, they wasn't pressured. I think it was like persuaded.
Do you recall who it is that you're talking about when you say persuaded?
Yes,
And when you say persuaded, what is it that you're using that word in reference to?
telling me what that person who's doing that person who is doing the persuasion persuading me that this is in my best interest.
Oh.
Did you agree with the person that told you it was in your best interest?
It wasn't a did I agree or disagree matter because I hired that person to tell me what's in my best interest. So I don't feel like there was a agree or disagree matter.
Did the court tell you anything about whose choice it was to enter into any kind of agreement like this?
Yes,
What was it that the court told you, as you remember today?
He's telling him his lawyer fucked him. That's fire.
that is my choice. Yeah,
Did you understand what the court said?
yes,
And what did you understand it being your choice to mean?
that it should come from me.
Did the court say anything to you about whether or not it could be your attorney's choice?
No.
No,
Did the court make clear that it had to be your choice and not your attorney's choice?
That's the co-founder, bub.
Did you understand that?
yes,
That's the co-founder. That's what's
So-
important.
Did you agree
Co-founder.
with what your attorney said about entering into this agreement being in your best interest?
Yes.
And did you have
See-
an opportunity to
see, I
correct
think-
things?
See, I think where the state kind of did wrong was let these dudes sign pleas way too soon. Yeah. I think these dudes signed it way too soon. That's a fact. And then they got all this time to think about how they're going to help Thug, what they can say, what they can do. I think they should have waited. I'd have hold him in there.
As part of this agreement?
Yes.
Yes.
He's
And did you
gray, ain't he?
make corrections when asked to agree or disagree with parts of this document?
Not these initial questions. So I was given 2 sets of questions. I received those questions on the 27th.
Were
And
changes made to the initial sets of questions that you were given?
the first set of questions,
Yes, were changes made from the time you were given the initial set to the time you were given? the
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do
Yes,
no
it was a
musical
complete
stuff,
change.
bro. Fuck
And were
no.
those changes reflective of conversations you had had with your attorney who then conversed with the state?
hold on. Was my changes, one more time, I'm sorry.
Did the final document reflect changes that you discussed with your attorney, who then conveyed that information to the state?
Yes, but without my permission, I didn't tell her to do that.
So the yes part, is the yes part to my question about whether it reflected the changes that you talked about?
Yes,
Okay, so the final document is reflective of changes that you discussed with your attorney. Is that an accurate statement?
can you break down the question more for me?
When you first saw the set of questions given to you, and by questions, are you talking about any particular part of this document or the whole document? Y'all let me look at it. When you say the initial set of questions, which questions on that document are you talking about?
Is this the initial set of questions?
This is 16 uniform. And you said, as I recall, that 16 uniform isn't the set of questions that you initially saw.
Yes.
Okay. So on 16 uniform, would you please point out the area that has changes from what you initially saw?
So I said all the questions were different.
All of them?
Yes, from my understanding.
So the current charges, was that section different?
No.
So
So that's what you're asking. I understand what you're asking now.
we'll go over it. Was the negotiated sentence, was that section different?
I didn't even see
Still, Paul.
Best evidence rules, since we're comparing 2 documents, I don't have that other document.
Your Honor, he is referenced.
I think he's just referencing conversations. So I'm going to overrule your objection, Mr. Steele, unless there is another document that was.
No, Your Honor,
Okay,
this is something
then
that,
I'll overrule the objection, sir.
this, and to be clear, so that the record is clear, the witness has testified about something that I'm not asking him.
Objection to speaking.
I'll sustain the objection. Just go ahead and ask the question, ma'am.
So
Was section 3, the special conditions, were those different? Just, if you don't mind indulging me, were those different?
I didn't even see this. Me and my attorney went over the initial set of questions via the call box in the jail. I didn't even see any of these papers. She was just reading and talking to me. I didn't see any papers.
Okay. Did she go over the factual acknowledgments with you?
No, it was just the questions.
What questions are you talking about?
They're not here.
So, is it your testimony that
That's so true, bro.
none of the factual acknowledgments? none
Yeah,
of
I wouldn't want to
section
fuck
4,
with it. You're right about that, don't baby. I wouldn't want to fuck with this dude. Nah, I mean, he's gonna be hot himself. You know, when Thug, if he beats this, his records are gonna do crazy numbers. But I wouldn't want to work with him.
Have you seen
Oh,
any
no.
of section 4? before you signed the paperwork, and not on this physical document,
Nah, I forgot to get my drink. Hold on.
any of it, before you got into court and signed it.
Are you saying from these set of questions or the initial set of questions? I thought we were talking about the initial set of questions. Because
I'm asking you.
Basis. I'm gonna rule the objection, madam.
I'm asking you whether it's your testimony that you have never seen on any medium or ever heard any of the questions, any of the statements under section 4, not necessarily on this piece of paper.
It's compound. Compound question. Why don't you just break
Have
it
you
down
ever?
a little shorter?
Yes, Your Honor. Before you sign this document, have you ever seen or heard any of the questions in defendant's factual acknowledgements?
what is that?
Here, I'll let you.
Defendant factual knowledge. All right,
Appreciate y'all for being in here, man.
Up under
Welcome,
defendant's
y'all.
factual acknowledgements.
I need you to read them, but.
I'm answering the
Tell me
question.
a
I'm not reading them, I'm answering the question.
Okay, just tell me a number.
You say you got
Tell me
punked
the
into
number
doing
of
the
questions
plea bargain.
that you before you sign the document. Never seen or heard.
I'm confused. I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Can you just read to yourself did you read the document when you
Yes,
signed it?
yes. So I hope that this can answer the question. I seen this paper, the 28th and the 29th. I hope that can answer your question. I seen this paper, this whole entirety of this paper. My first time seeing this whole entirety of this paper was the 28th and the 29th.
That paper, does it have a DA seal at the top?
Yeah, what's the seal? Like a heading or something?
Yes.
Yes,
And that document, is it dated?
yes.
What's the date?
December 20th, 2022.
And the question that I'm asking you specifically is not about the physical piece of paper in front of you.
Yeah.
It's about, and you have to tell me, you understand the question I'm asking. It's about the questions and statements under defendant's factual acknowledgements, just the statements themselves. Do you understand what I'm asking you?
You finished?
Don't think he'll beat it?
I'm asking you, are you able to tell the jury which of those statements, if any, you saw for the very first time, or you heard for the very first time, the day you signed that physical paper?
I seen.
Hold on, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair, what's your objection? What's your objection?
The form of the question is no boundary.
I sustain the question. You can rephrase, madam.
Was the day that you signed this paper the first time anyone ever talked with you about question or acknowledgement number 1?
Yeah, I signed the paper. No.
Was the day that you signed that paper the first time anyone had ever talked with you about acknowledgement number 2?
No.
Was the day that you signed that paper
What's good?
the first time?
What's good, boss lady Bird? You milkman, you.
Read acknowledgement number 1 again.
How are you?
Like AKA YSL is an organization made up of 3 or more members or associates who share common identifiers that include but are not limited to colors, hand symbol, terminology, who have committed crimes and intend to increase the notoriety, credibility, and reputation of YSL.
Okay. And what is number 2?
It's too funny.
Defendant is one of the founding members of Young Salon.
And number 3 is the day you signed that paper, the first time anyone ever talked with you about acknowledgement number 3.
No.
What about acknowledgement number 5? Did you read acknowledgement number 5?
When asked by law enforcement about defendants YSL and Rock Crew Tattoo, defendants truthfully advised law enforcement that defendant is a member of a gang called Rock Crew, but that group is no longer going by that name and now goes by YSL. Which
The day that you signed this paper that you have in front of you, the first time anyone had ever talked with you
No.
about
No.
statement number 5 that you just read?
No.
go down to statement number 9. Would you read statement number 9 under defendant's factual acknowledgement?
Defendant is a person referred to as Tick in the song by Young Thug entitled Ill. In the verse, she getting robbed by Tick.
Is the day that you signed this?
Oh,
the very first time
wow.
Anyone talk with you about statement number 9 under defendant's factual acknowledgement?
No.
Now, would you read statement number 10 under defendant's factual acknowledgement?
On February 4th, 2021, defendant participated in a group chat with fellow YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, and YSL associate One Elite, aka Shine Like Shawty, wherein Jeffrey Williams stated YSL ruled the world, kid. Y'all just started bringing me the money.
Wow.
Man, y'all stop playing with me.
Was the day that you signed, let me see, are your initials next to statement number 10?
Yes.
Did anyone force you to put your initials there?
No.
Was the day that you put your initials there the very first time anyone talked with you about statement number 10?
No.
Now, who is Mooney Lee? How often, or did you associate with Mooney Lee? Let's start there.
Yes.
Oh, this is crazy, yo.
Going to statement number 11. Are your initials next to statement number 11?
Yes.
Did anyone force you to put your initials there?
No.
Would you read for the
Amazing.
jury statement number 11?
On May 13th, 2021, defendant participated in a group chat with fellow YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, and YSL associates Martinez Arnold, Miles Farley, Trontavious Greer, Antonio Sumner, and One Elite, wherein Jeffrey Williams asked y'all ain't beat him up or shot him yet, then states y'all getting soft.
Was the day that you signed Stacey did 16 uniforms the very first time anyone spoke with you about statement number 11?
No.
You're right. You're
Let's
right,
look at
man.
statement number
You're right. You're right, man. I tell people all the time, watch what the fuck you do on here, man.
12 under defendant's factual acknowledgments. Would you please read statement number 12?
The gas station at 151 Cleveland Avenue is a location where YSL associates sell drugs.
Oh,
Are your initials next to statement number 12?
Yes.
Did anyone force you to put your initials there?
No.
Is the date that you signed state 16 uniform the very first time anyone spoke with you about statement number 12?
No.
Ms. Love, can we pause just a second? I think our jurors need to take a comfort break. So we're going to pick up at this point in time. So we're going to be in recess about maybe 5-10 minutes and we'll come back.
that's a doo-doo break.
All rise for our jury.
That's a doo-doo break, y'all. Damn, that was a long doo-doo break. Look at Thug's fat ass. Been eating all them Zuzus and Wham Whams and shit. You need to lay off the peanut butter, Thug. You need to lay off that peanut butter, big guy. He's fucking huge now. This motherfucker punch you. He's gonna knock you the fuck out. He won't need nobody else. Look how big this motherfucker is, bro. What is he? 6'6", 300 pounds? Fuck, Thug. It don't look like young Thug no more. It looks like old man Thug up here. We need all them fats, man. Nope, you don't need a belt, do you? Thug, what is you doing, Billy boy? You little belly boy? Thug big. That motherfucker's huge, bro. Imagine him in real life. Look at him standing next to Brian Steele, bro. Thug is at least 6'4". Thug is at least 6'4". We knew what happened with Star. Remember, Jack Frost was supposed to be down here covering this. Jack Frost was supposed to be down here covering this. Dude, Thug is huge, bro. That's a big guy, bro.
Please be seated.
I guarantee you, Thug is not a little dude next to you,
Ms. Love,
bro.
before you go and get
He
started,
looks kind of tall.
it was a hard stop, so just go ahead and.
Thug looks like a fucking tall man, bro. That motherfucker eating all them Zuzus and Wham Whams, bro. He's in there making slams, fucking. You got a deal, Thug.
Questioning your
Go on that
and we'll
Jenny
stop it.
Gray weight loss diet when
Thank
you
you,
get
ma'am.
out, son.
Good.
Oh, gonna go on that lean diet.
Part of your break and report recess us. Did you take Stacy Exhibit 16 uniform with you?
Yes.
Is it why?
It was just stacked up on my papers. It wasn't intentional.
Did you read over it while you
No.
got over it? And did anyone from the state attempt to?
He took the paper with him. He said you took it with you.
No.
And did you speak with anyone else?
No.
All right, then I'm gonna give you 16 uniform back, okay? And if you would, turn to page 4 of 5. So we were talking about number 12.
He took the
under
paper with him.
factual acknowledgement.
He's mad about that.
Did anyone force you to put your initials next to number 12?
No.
And was the date that you signed State's Exhibit 16 uniform the first time anyone had ever spoken with you about statement made in number 12 under defendant's factual acknowledgement?
No.
Okay, let's go to number 13. Would you please read for the jury State's 16 uniform at number 13 under defendant's factual acknowledgement?
The gas station at 221 Cleveland Avenue is a location where YSL associates sell drugs.
Are your initials
Ooh.
next to number 13?
Let me
Yes.
tell you, bro, that's
Did anyone
damaging.
force you to put your initial next to it?
No.
And was the date that you signed State's
What's up,
Exhibit
Kevin?
16 uniform the very first time that anyone had ever spoken with you about the statement in number 13?
No.
The factual acknowledgements that you made. I can grab 16 uniform there.
Shout out to the 26 in the building, man. Hit that like button for me, y'all. Appreciate you
By putting your
guys.
initials next to each sentence, what was it that you were meaning to convey to anybody reading this document?
That I agreed to it.
That you agreed to it?
Yes.
Did you mean to convey as well that you agreed with it?
Yes.
And did you mean to convey that it was a true sentence?
Yeah.
I stand the objection, sustain the objection.
By putting your initials next to each sentence, were you or was that any kind of acknowledgement that that sentence was in fact true?
Yes.
And is there any statement in defendant's factual acknowledgements that you put your initial next to that you are now saying was not true?
No.
And so, did you have an opportunity to speak with your lawyer about these statements before you got into court and signed the document that is State's Exhibit 16 uniform?
Yes.
And did you have an opportunity to tell your lawyer, or even the state, about any corrections that needed to be made?
Yes.
And did you instruct your lawyer or the state, either one, to make any corrections to defendant's factual acknowledgements?
No.
Did you believe or did you understand that the ability to do that, did you think that it had any kind of consequences? Like, did you?
Objection, Your Honor, and give you
Overruled.
No.
So when you were talking about something that had changed, it was different. Do you see on 16 uniform, whatever it is that you're saying was changed or was different from when you spoke with your lawyer prior to coming into court and signing this document?
Do I see something that was changed or different?
Salute, Primo. Primo.
That was my first time seeing the initial document with my eyes and physically.
When you say the initial document, what are you referring to?
That document.
Physically.
Yeah, yes.
And what, for you here testifying today, what significance does that fact have on your signature on this document?
I didn't make any, like, I wasn't making none of it. I just answered the question.
I didn't hear you.
I was just answering the question. I wasn't saying any significance to it.
Was there any reason that you
Oh,
said
she dropped
that when
a
you signed
turkey.
this document, it was the first time you saw this document? Any reason for the jury?
Yes, with the question that you asked me. It went with the question that you asked me.
Okay. So was the question that I was asking at the time dealing with persuading you or anyone persuading you to sign this document?
I'm talking about the question you just asked me before the last question. That's the question that me saying that went with.
And just for clarity, for the purpose of the record, what question is that?
I can't remember that fast because due to me being tired, but at the time, that's how I was trying to answer the question. If you can repeat it, I can repeat my answer.
Are you going to simply answer the remaining questions truthfully?
Yes. That's all I've been doing, truthfully.
Objection, Your Honor, argumentative.
Oh, sorry.
So, statement number 9, defendant is the person referred to as Tick in the song by Young Thug entitled You, in the verse She Getting Robbed by Tick. When or what label was that song released on?
I'm not sure.
Now, when you said that you are one of the founders of YSL, would you please tell the jury the name of each founder of YSL as you understand that word to me?
I answered that yesterday.
Would you please answer it for the jury as you know it today?
Jeffrey Williams, myself, Trontavious Stevens, and Walter Murphy.
And what is it that you were founded when you named yourselves YSL?
At the time, it was a possible.
It was what now?
At the time, it was a possible record label because at the time they didn't even know the music was gonna reach the heights that the music reached.
Who is they? When you say at the time, they didn't even know.
I didn't say they.
Okay, I didn't.
I said at the time, man. Yeah, I said at the time, we didn't know the heights that the music was gonna reach.
So it was a record label at the time you formed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It ain't you, me. I'm tired. I'm sorry.
You need, you know.
No, I'm good. I can maintain.
Now,
I can manage. I mean, not maintain.
when you founded this record label, do you remember where you were when you all came up with the name?
Isn't it? I don't recall.
And when you founded Young Slime Life along with Jeffrey Williams, is that what you call Mr. Williams? Jeffrey Williams?
That's his name.
I understand. What do you call it?
That's his name. Don't wear it out, bitch.
What else?
Bruh.
Objection, Your Honor, relevant.
Old.
He does not want to be here doing this, bro. Let me tell y'all, man. I think the world was wrong with this. I think the world was wrong, y'all. We jumped out the window too soon calling these dudes snitches, bro. Like, they just signed this to save their own asses and then come back to save their... That's fire.
Young Thug, that's what, like, people don't know him. I call him bruh, or my brother. That's how I refer to him. Bruh, or my brother.
Ever called him Slime?
I call him bruh, or my brother.
Have you ever called him Slime?
I probably have.
And when you called him Slime, what was that intended to mean?
It was,
Yeah, that's what I don't
basically
get,
short
man.
for what-
here's the thing, man. These dudes are police. I mean, these dudes are up for murder, right? Let's get it right. There's 50 plus, what was it, 50 murders or shit underneath what the fuck they were doing. Crazy how the dudes go to jail and get fat and the other half get super in shape. Well, you got the ones that work out and you got the ones that don't. My first few bids, even my whole big long bid, I didn't fuck working out. But the last one I had a year and a half to do, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get in shape. So I worked out real hard. It came out looking fire too, bro. You don't notice it until you come home and everybody's like, damn, son, what the fuck? Yeah.
His record label.
But it's like we know these dudes are murderers, right? But you really have to respect how tall this guy's trying to stand for Thug. You know, we all thought these dudes were gonna snitch, man. We all thought they were gonna give him up just for save themselves. What do you know? They saved themselves, and now they're coming back around to save him. Gotta respect it, man. I don't think murderers should be walking the streets, but you know what? Then police let that happen. They let that case just build and build. Woody was sitting in the interrogation room telling them that a murder was about to happen that night, and they did nothing to stop it. They let the murder happen. They did nothing to stop it. So I think a lot of times our police agencies are at fault. Why let the killing keep going just so you can build your case?
Stood for. Oh, what is? Yeah.
Glad to be here. We cover court cases for a living. Salute, Net.
The record label as his record.
Because on paper,
Yeah,
it's
Woody was
his
snitching.
record label. The groundwork is his. That's something he built.
So on the date that they submitted 10 Uniform Bravo, that Instagram post referring to you as one of the original founders,
Yes.
was anything built that day?
I don't understand your question.
You said just now, and I asked you, why did you refer to the label as his record label? Do you acknowledge still today that you're one of the founders of Young Slime Life?
Yes.
And if you're one of the founders of Young Slime Life, what does that mean if it doesn't mean it's yours too?
I don't know.
That means you ain't getting no bread, bro.
I don't know.
Did you all incorporate the name in 2013 or 2014? Did you start in 2013? Did you incorporate the name Young Slime Life as a record label?
I didn't. I don't know. So
Did you go around referring to yourselves as Young Slime Life?
yes.
And
It's just a record label, dude. That's what they're
why
gonna
is
get
it
them.
that you weren't able to tell the jury anything about what happened to a record label? Do you even know if a record label was ever incorporated entitled Young Slime Life?
I believe
You
it.
just asked me two questions at the same time. Which one you want me to answer?
The one that says, do you know if a record label was ever incorporated entitled?
Hey, man,
Young?
this dude's only 31 years old, man. This Rico's put him down, bro.
I don't know.
He's gray-headed all over, bro.
Are you able to explain to the jury why you wouldn't know something like that if it was your intention to form?
I know he
a
did.
record label? Created and founded Young Slime Life.
He told everything.
No, I'm not able to. I can't explain how.
He can't unwrap.
Business idea transpired. No, I'm not able to.
What were your contributions to Young Slime Life as a founder?
Yeah, 32 years old, and this motherfucker is gray-headed as
I
shit.
didn't contribute anything.
Well, is he 32?
Maybe
Yeah.
why the reason why I'm not an owner of it or anything. Yeah, I didn't contribute anything.
When you say you
Good
didn't
answer.
contribute anything,
Don King looking ass.
referring to not contributing anything to.
The question that you asked me,
What did you not contribute anything to?
The question that you asked me.
Was it a record label belonging to Jeffrey Williams that you did not
Oh,
contribute
yes,
anything to?
yes.
Is it fair to say that the record label that was incorporated is different than the gang that was started when you all created Young Slime?
No.
I stand the objection. You can rephrase.
During the Outpost Nation. I ain't telling nobody from
Would you
Harlem.
explain to the jury
I'll give you some DC dudes, though.
between Jeffrey Williams'
Oh,
record
shit.
label
Oh,
and the
man.
gang Young Slime?
Bro going through that stress. He's wearing beads. Who's wearing beads?
Positivity
You got
and
beads on?
negativity. Positivity.
Oh, he
and
does got
negativity.
beads on.
The label that Jeffrey Williams created was based on positivity, and the game was negative.
And did the gang precede, did you all form it before Jeffrey Williams started his record label?
Yes.
YSL is a music label, so music happened first. That was the approach, music.
Mr. Stevens?
Got
do you
him.
remember your testimony about 15 seconds ago?
Can you rephrase the question? It kind of, I answered the best of my ability.
Which question do you want me to ask?
What you asking me?
It's an improper question, Your Honor. As the district attorney, just ask questions, not ask questions.
I don't need your help, Mr. Steele, okay? All right. I don't need your help. You need to give me a basis for the objection, okay? That's all I need from you.
Ooh.
Improper foundation?
Foundation form.
Okay. I'll stay in as the form of the question. You can rephrase, madam.
Your Honor, the witness asked a question.
Madam,
for clarity.
same thing, okay? Look, just rephrase the question, okay?
Yes, sir. What is it that you need me to ask again, Mr. Stevens?
Nothing.
You just said a whole lot. So whatever you feel like that you didn't get my answer to, I feel like I answered your question to the best of my ability. So if you,
Mr. Stevens, do you understand counsel's question?
no, sir.
All right, why don't you just rephrase the question, madam? Back up 2 questions.
Yes, sir. Mr. Stevens?
He is sleep deprived, he said. That's what he could be
you're
sleep
probably
deprived, that's
asking
for
me
sure.
What your contributions to Young Slime Life were?
You'd probably really be going through it,
And
bro.
do you recall referring to his record label?
Yes.
Do you recall my asking you why you referred to his record label?
I thought that was the direction your question was going in.
Do you recall me asking you why you referred to his record label?
Yes, you just asked me that.
And so do you recall responding that the record label is something that Jeffrey Williams built?
Yes.
And do you recall me
Yep.
asking you the distinction between Young Slime Life, the game, and the record label Jeffrey Williams built?
Yes.
And do you recall answering for the jury that the record label was positivity
Yeah.
and that the gang was negative?
Yes.
And is Young Slime Life, the gang,
This is crazy, bro. This is a trial of the century right here, bro. I think this is bigger than OJ. It's starting to become bigger than OJ.
Music.
you were a founding member of the.
So I committed crimes while being a part of YSL. So
YSL what? Young Slime Life,
yes,
the gang?
just YSL.
I'm asking you about Young Slime Life, the gang.
I'm trying to answer the question.
Okay. I'm asking you about Young Slime Life, the gang.
BBN's in Coney Island, New York.
So I
He's
committed
supposed to be in
crimes while being a part of YSL.
he's supposed to be in
So
New York
by me
or
committing
Atlanta,
crimes by
ain't he?
being a part of YSL, that was basis to say that YSL was a gang. Because
Wait a minute, I'm sorry.
Your Honor, I'm asking you.
I think he's finished already. So were you done with your answer?
It was not responsive.
All right.
Okay,
So this is yes or no? I mean,
If you're enjoying any
Sir,
aspect of this
sir,
content,
sir,
you can always
please
make
sit
the
down.
haters
Sit
mad.
down.
Pull
Thank
up
you.
to the cash app.
Just please sit down, okay? I don't need any
Make
help
the
from you,
haters
okay?
mad. Hit
All
the
right, and there's
super
no objection
chat.
on the
Make
floor.
them
So,
mad.
all right?
Make them mad.
So that's serious.
All right. You
You happy this morning?
Happy this morning.
You happy this
yes,
morning?
Yes, sir. You want to say what's up to the people?
Let me say what up. Yo, what up? What up? It's aggressive TV. What's good? What's good? See me out there. We're gonna be extra aggressive out here, man. Word up. Holla. See y'all in the house.
Let's go. I have no idea why he said aggressive TV. I think he thinks I'm those guys. Yo, hold on, fam. Yo, fam, what up? I am not aggressive. I'm BBN.
What's up?
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah, I'm BBN. Them aggressive niggas ain't shit.
Shout out to y'all, man, in the chat, yo.
I would ask the court to allow the witness.
He's finished the statement. There's nothing else. It's like if he asks to continue his statement, then fine. But sit down and stop interrupting, Mr. Matthews.
Ooh, Mr. Matthews, you getting mad. He's getting mad, Mr. Matthews.
Stevens, are you finished with your last response, or did you finish? Is there anything else you were going to say?
but I lost my train of thoughts, Your Honor. But I mean, she can continue.
No. If you weren't finished, we'll let you finish that statement if you wish to. But you have to.
I don't wish to.
All right. When you trail off, what happens is that the examiner thinks that you're done. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And that's causing a little bit of confusion because the folks out here think you want to say more things. So if you have more things to say, just go ahead and just continue to talk. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to my best ability.
And complete your answer.
Yes, sir.
Fair enough?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to the best of my ability.
Mr. Stevens, what colors are
He's
associated
driving
with
in on him
Islam?
now.
The game.
All colors?
Mr. Stevens, would you do me a favor and tell me, you ever heard the word snitch?
Yes.
And what does the word snitching mean to you?
Uh-oh.
Excuse me, Miss Lowe. Madam in the black, get rid of your gum. Remove yourself from my courtroom and get rid of your gum.
Damn.
In the earrings, yes, you. Get rid of your gum. I apologize, Miss Lowe.
Damn, you can't even chew gum in that courtroom, bro. You can't even chew gum. That's ugly. Was you
All right, you may
chomping?
continue.
You may answer, Mr. Stevens. What does snitching mean to you?
It doesn't mean anything to me, but I'm aware of the term that you, yes, I'm aware.
What is the meaning of the term? What's the definition?
It doesn't mean anything to me, but I'm aware of the term.
How are you aware of the term?
I've heard the term.
How do you understand the term to be used?
I'm not aware of the term to be used. Yeah, indicating that a person is a law enforcement or something. Indicating that a person is law enforcement.
Judge
or
don't
some
want to
nature.
say, and he be on it, boy.
So are you
Judge
able to
be
use
on it.
snitching in a sentence?
Yes,
Please use it the way you understand it to be properly used in a sentence.
I heard someone is a snitch.
And
It's funny,
please
yo.
explain
That's
Now,
great.
in that sentence, snitch refers to law enforcement.
I can't.
Why did you use it that way?
I mean, I've seen movies, and that's the direction that the movie was going in. Maybe even used the term. Maybe even got it from our movie.
And the way you understand the term, is it a good thing or a bad thing to be known as a snitch?
Uh-oh. You better say good.
I really don't fully understand the term.
Ms. Love, this might be a stopping point at this point in time, okay?
Yes, sir.
Given it's pretty close to noon, all right? But
Oh,
thank you.
we're done for the day. We're done for the day.
Mr. Murphy, I'm sorry, I'm Mr. Stevens. We're going to stop the examination for today. I'm going to ask you to come back, not tomorrow, but Monday morning at 9 o'clock. Okay, so you need to be here by about 8:45, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And don't discuss your testimony with anybody except the attorney's independency, okay? And I'll just remind you you're under oath at this point in time, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. I'm going to excuse you at this point, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you.
Saved by the bell, huh, Fred? For today, anyway. Look, man, this is going to get tricky. This is going to get tricky. Who else is set to come on here? Does anyone else recall who's next? No one? People set to take the stand in the Young Thug trial. I didn't say Oakdale, motherfucker. Young Thug. No one knows? Damn. This is gonna be long, man. Yeah, he's not. There's no one else coming up. Yeah, he's done. It's it for the day. They're not gonna take the court till Monday. They're always off court on Fridays here. This is gonna be a long trial, bro. I'm guessing. I mean, don't hold me to it, but yeah, that lawyer gonna be right back at his ass. Yeah, he's a co-founder, man. It looks like he's trying to help Thug at this point. It just looks that way. So that's not going to help Thug at all. That's not going to help Thug at all unless Brian Steele can really slam some things home. Because Brian Steele gets to come at him too. And I'm going to tell you what, man. If y'all have not seen Brian Steele work, it's getting ready to be a piece of fucking art here. I'm telling you. Brian Steele is getting ready to lead every one of those attorneys. These attorneys got an easy job. Every one of them attorneys that are paying these other guys, these other dudes that are on trial with Thug, they're paying their attorneys. They got easy jobs, man. They just got to sit back and let him work. Brian Steele is a beast up there, bro. Watch when he gets to work, man. He really knows what he's doing. He's probably the second coming to a Johnny Cochran. You'll see. He's very good. And it looks like he's taught that young man a little something too, right? He's taught this young guy on the stand. Because he's really, 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 that's one of the first things my attorney was saying. Before you answer any questions, really, really think about the question they're asking, because it's going to be stacked on top of another question. That's what they do. They stack the questions. That way you start telling on yourself. And then next thing you know it, you're like, well, I've got myself here. Fuck.
You know what the fuck going on, nigga? Huh? Niggas 12, I ain't going back and forth up on the internet. Holder told her friend I hit, now she won't let me get in that. Niggas steady ask me who I hit, but I don't get in that. Hit his head and watch it swell up, thought we used to fix a flag. Nigga got strong on about his heat and he ain't get it back. My gang on alert, we tryna turn them boys to plenty pack. Police took my girths and now I'm swerving, catching plenty hats. Catch me on the 30, probably purging with the biggest strap. I push up for real, for real. I won't hesitate to bust no brain to leave one steal for real. Out my body off this yerky, popped him like a pill for real. Hit him with this glitch, he go to sleep, but this no Benadryl. Ask about him, nigga shitty, he died in that field for real.